Hey everyone, it's Mrs. Pelczarski from the Tinley Park Public Library. I'll be talking today about the Rebecca Caudill Young Readers Book Award and specifically the nominee list for the 2021 school year. So every year in the winter, a panel of librarians and educators across the state of Illinois get together to select 20 titles that they think should be nominated for the Caudill Award for the following school year. They pick these titles based on literary merit and universal appeal for students in grades 4 to 8. They also have to have been published in the last 5 years. So over the course of a few videos, I'll be talking about each of the 20 titles nominated for the Caudill Award this school year. What happens at the end of each school year is that students across the state in grades 4 to 8 vote on which one they think deserves the Caudill Award. So this past year, for the 2020 list, Refugee by Ellen Gratz won the award. Generally in Tinley Park, it's middle school students that are reading these books all school year. Often they'll read all 20 titles to get prepared for the Battle of the Books. They might read them for school, they might read them for book clubs, or they might just read them for fun. We also get a lot of adults that enjoy reading them as well. We get parents and teachers. These services librarians read them too. And a lot of people that just enjoy reading children and YA literature do check them out as well. So it's actually really hard to keep these books on the shelf all school year because people enjoy them all year long. The first book I'll be talking about today is Becoming Kareem. It's written by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar himself, along with a co-author, Raymond Obstfeld. Most of you probably know that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is one of the best basketball players of all time. But probably you didn't know too much about his childhood, nor have you heard about his experiences in his own words. In this memoir, the basketball living legend talks about his experiences overcoming adversity and achieving greatness with the help of strong role models and a great support system on and off the court. The book spans his childhood, his time in the NBA, and his post-NBA career. Also, you don't need to be a huge basketball fan to get something out of this book. The next book I'll be talking about is Small Spaces. It's written by Katherine Arden, and it's a spooky horror book, so read it before bed at your own risk. Katherine Arden, who is also known for writing books for adults, has stepped into the world of middle-grade fiction with this first book in a series. The main character, Ollie, loves to read, and she happens upon a mysterious book about a girl named Beth, her brothers, and a sinister grantor of wishes described only as the Smiling Man. She is captivated by the book, but after a field trip to a local farm, she realizes that the events of the story may be more real than they seem, and she and her classmates may be in serious danger. The sequel to the book, Dead Voices, already came out last year, and there's another book in the series coming out next year, so spooky book. The next book I'll be talking about today is a book called Sweep, The Story of a Girl and Her Monster. It's written by Jonathan Auxier. The story takes place during a time in Victorian London when young orphan boys often worked for chimney sweeps to clean flues and prevent house fires. The job was extremely dangerous and involved children who were small and agile enough to climb into chimneys, including Nan Sparrow, who was a girl and very good at her job. One day, she finds herself trapped in a chimney during a horrible house fire, but something, or someone, saves her life. A few years ago, Jonathan Auxier's spooky tale The Night Gardener was on the Caudill list, and it was very popular among both students and adults alike. Auxier's writing has a fairy tale-like quality that really captures you from the beginning. The next book I'll be talking about is a contemporary story called Drumroll Please, written by Lisa Jen Bigelow, and it's about a girl named Mellie. It has one of the qualities that I truly look for in realistic fiction, and that's that Mellie feels like a real middle school girl. This book is a great one for reading this summer. It's all about music, summer camp, and the struggles of growing up and life catching you off guard. Mellie plays the drums for her school band. She's normally quiet and reserved, and the drums are a way that she can really express herself. She's super excited to spend part of her summer at Camp Rockaway with her best friend Olivia, but then things change for her in a big way. Her parents get divorced, her best friend has grown distant, and she finds herself developing a crush on someone unexpected. This is a coming-of-age story that is sweet, honest, and authentic. The last book I'll be talking about today is called 12 Days in May, Freedom Ride 1961 by Larry Dane Brimner, and it's a nonfiction book. In 1961, a group of 13 people sought to bring attention to the segregation happening in the South on buses and in bus terminal facilities. Despite the fact that such practices of segregation were deemed unconstitutional by the Supreme Court, there were parts of the country where the law was not enforced. The book takes place over the course of 12 days, chronicling the experiences of the 13 individuals who rode buses as a form of peaceful protest and knew they would endure violence and growing opposition. The book is both engaging and educational and includes primary documents and photos from the time. In 2018, the book received the Robert F. Siebert Medal, which is awarded by the American Library Association for the most distinguished information book for children. Thanks for watching. I'll be back next time for the next 5 titles on the Rebecca Caudill Young Readers Book Award nominee list.